Preparations continue at Seagrave ahead of the brand new Premier League season for Leicester, which starts in just around a month's time, and Leicester are still yet to do anything at all so far this transfer window. However, that looks to be changing as Leicester's summer transfer business is finally kick-starting. The rebuild can begin as Leicester have reportedly submitted an £8 million bid for Stade Rennais' Benjamin Bourigeaud. In other news, we'll discuss Leicester's confirmed interest in Turkish midfielder Orkun Kökçü, and finally we'll have the latest news surrounding the Youri Tielemans saga as Arsenal look to be submitting a £30 million bid for the Belgium star. So join me today, boys and girls, in the latest episode of the Leicester Transfer News. Here we go. Yes lads, how you all doing? Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Of course, today we are back discussing the latest Leicester transfer news. You guys know the drill. Just before we get into those, boys and girls, drop a like if you're going to enjoy today's video. Subscribe as well to the channel if you guys haven't already. Follow my social medias, links will be in the description down below. Get involved in the comments, and yeah, without further ado, let's get into today's video. We've got lots to discuss, so yeah, here we go. Into the latest Leicester transfer news, and let's discuss Stade Rennais' Benjamin Bourigeaud. Of course, in the last transfer video on the channel, I did discuss Benjamin Bourigeaud in a lot of detail. So if you guys don't know who the player is in a lot of detail, feel free to watch that video and then, you know, come back to this one. But Benjamin Bourigeaud is a 28-year-old right winger slash centre midfielder. He's currently playing football at Stade Rennais in Ligue 1, of course, in France. And the main news around Benjamin Bourigeaud is that Leicester have reportedly submitted a bid for the 28-year-old. We were told on the Football Forum last night from Sarah Manet that Leicester have made an £8 million offer for Benjamin Bourigeaud from Stade Rennais. He plays as an 8 or a 10. It will be a relatively low-risk transfer for Leicester. City still need bodies out the door first, though. So yeah, boys, finally Leicester have engaged in the transfer. It's took about a whole month, but finally Leicester have reportedly submitted a bid for a player this summer transfer window. Some more detail on this story then. Leicester City have made an £8 million offer for Benjamin Bourigeaud. Leicester verbally agreed a fee with rent which was around 10 million. Bourigeaud will be happy to join Leicester. The key thing there then is that Leicester have reportedly agreed a fee with Stade Rennais. More importantly, Benjamin Bourigeaud is open to a potential transfer to Leicester this summer. The Frenchman is expected to leave Stade Rennais this summer and is in a similar situation to Youri Tielemans, with his contract due to expire next year. Rennes do not want him to leave and are aware English clubs typically have more money to spend. That could mean a drawn out transfer, but his departure remains likely despite the offer of a new contract. I think we all know the situation with having 1 year left on your contract. Look at Youri Tielemans, for example, reduced price, high quality player, and this is the exact situation with Benjamin Bourigeaud. A key part of the Stade Rennais side last season, also scoring against Leicester, of course, in the Conference League round of 16 second leg. The Frenchman has also created the most chances out of Europe's top 5 leagues last season at 122 compared to players such as Trent Alexander-Arnold, Bruno Fernandes and Kevin De Bruyne. As we can see, this man is a top player, creating a lot of chances, very versatile player across the front three, and obviously this is going to mean a lot of clubs like Leicester are going to be interested as well in the Frenchman. There are said to be several Ligue 1 clubs alongside Leicester in the race for his signature, but French journalist Sarah Manet believes he would be a good addition to Brendan Rodgers' squad. He's a great player, maybe in the form of his life, to be honest, she told BBC Radio Leicester. At the age of 28, playing his best football in his career right now, this would be the perfect opportunity to sign Benjamin Bourigeaud for a fee of 8 million, which of course is a very reduced fee for a player of his quality. And for only 10 million or so for a player of his ability, Leicester, just please get this deal done. I just want to sign a player, to be honest, but even if it doesn't work out, 8 million, I mean, it's not the end of the world, is it? Last season for Stade Rennais, Bourigeaud did actually play on the right hand side of a front three. He can also play in the midfield as a number 8 on that right hand side as well. And as we can see, that is backed up by season heat map, as we can see from there, very much on that right hand side, coming in field, creating chances, and, you know, creating a lot of those chances, as we know, creating 122 chances last year for Rennes. So yeah, boys, that's the latest news then on Benjamin Bourigeaud. Could he potentially be our first summer transfer signing this summer? We will have to wait and see. I mean, hopefully we can just sign someone in the next week or so. But yeah, Bourigeaud to Leicester. Let me know your thoughts down below. Moving things on then, let's discuss another transfer target of Leicester is Turkish midfielder Orkun Kokcu. Now, Orkun Kökçü is a 21-year-old centre midfielder in the number 8 role. He's currently plays football at Feyenoord and he's also a Turkish international. And interestingly enough, it's another midfielder who Leicester are interested and targeting this summer, which obviously can mean a certain thing around a certain Belgium. From The Athletic, Leicester City are considering a move for Feyenoord midfielder Orkun Kokcu this summer. Finally then, boys and girls, it might be happening. This rebuild could maybe be starting. I don't know, I'm not too sure, but this obviously is a very reliable report, a very reliable source from The Athletic, and finally boys, something is happening. And it looks like Leicester have been interested in a Turkish midfielder for a long time now. The 21-year-old Turkish international has been on Leicester's watch list for some time and was subject to speculation linking in with a move to the King Power Stadium in January, but no move was forthcoming. Kokcu revealed in January that he would be open to a move to the Premier League if it helped Feyenoord's financial situation. So from that news, we know that Leicester have been long admirers of the Turkish midfielder, and most importantly, he's open to a move to the Premier League. He's 21 years old right now. He's had a bit of experience at Feyenoord in the Dutch league and could step up to the Premier League beyond now for the Turkish midfielder. And just yesterday from Feyenoord, Orkun Kökçü leaves the training camp early due to illness. Now obviously that could just be illness, but the timing of it is a bit weird in my opinion. Obviously Leicester being linked the day before and the day later he suddenly leaves the training camp, so maybe something could happen, or maybe I'm just making stuff up and dreaming. But yeah, he has left the training camp through illness. I mean, it's a bit weird. But yeah, looking at Orkun Kökçü then in a bit more detail, looking at his season heat map, as we can see he's very much in the midfield, progressing forward in that number 8 role and sometimes playing on that left hand side. He's also a fairly experienced player at the age of 21, of course being a part of the Turkish national squad, also reaching the Conference League final last year for Feyenoord. As I said, this man is a very progressive player. As we can see from here, he's very progressive on the ball, looking to make those passes in behind and provides another option for Leicester going forward, and he could potentially complement the likes of James Maddison creating those chances. So could Orkun Kökçü be the potential replacement for Youri Tielemans this summer? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Taking a look at Orkun Kökçü's stats from the previous season in the Eredivisie, he played a total of 32 games, scoring 7 goals and getting 9 assists. In the Conference League, playing 12 games with just the 2 goals and 0 assists. So overall, as we can see, his output is very good. He's played a lot of games for, a very good side in Feyenoord last year, and this man looks to be a very good player. He has been linked with the likes of Arsenal and Chelsea as well in the past. Of course, Leicester haven't submitted any bids at all yet. It's just interest in the player as of yet. But looking at Orkun Kökçü's market value, it's currently at around 22 million, which is fairly reasonable, I think. So again, boys and girls, that's the latest on Orkun Kökçü and his potential transfer to Leicester this summer. Some interest in the player. We will see how this deal progresses. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on the Turkish international in the comment section down below. And finally, boys and girls, let's get the latest news then on the future of Youri Tielemans. Youri Tielemans update. Told Tielemans is more likely than Serge Milovic-Savic for Arsenal. No truth yet in any bid though. Man United's interest is growing and could finally provoke formal offers from both clubs. Tielemans wants Arsenal, but as of yet, nothing tabled to Lcfc. So according to that report right there, that Tielemans does want Arsenal, but from what I know, Tielemans' agent is really pushing this deal through. Obviously, Tielemans' agent, if he does make the move, is going to benefit from this massively. So he's really pushing Tielemans to try and go to Arsenal. So is this more agent talk, or is Tielemans really open to joining Arsenal? I guess we'll find out. An exclusive then from The Sun, Arsenal ready to launch £30 million offer for Youri Tielemans. With Manchester United joining the race then to try and sign Youri Tielemans, as you can see, Arsenal are looking to proceed the transfer on a bit further. And from reports, they are ready to obviously make a £30 million bid for Youri Tielemans this summer. 30 million obviously isn't ideal, but to be honest, I'll take anything because I think, obviously Leicester just want some funds coming in to start this rebuild off. So 30 million obviously isn't great considering we're signing for 40 million, but with 1 year left on his contract, it's probably about right. The latest update then from Fabrizio Romano. Tielemans has always been on the list of Arsenal, but they will have to be quick as other clubs have been inquiring about him in the last few days. So yeah, boys, that's the latest on the future of Youri Tielemans. As we can see, Arsenal are stepping up their interest with obviously more clubs interested, such as Manchester United, as Erik ten Hag is believed to be a big fan of the Belgian midfielder. So it looks like Arsenal are still the front runners here, but obviously we can see how this one does progress in the next couple of days or so. Obviously Tielemans is still a Leicester player and he will be joining back to training, I do believe, at pre-season in the next couple of days. Yeah, boys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. So boys and girls, that's it for today's video. Of course, in today's video we return back with the latest Leicester transfer news from the summer transfer window. Finally some stuff is starting to happen surrounding Benjamin Bourigeaud, Orkun Kokcu, and of course, as always, Youri Tielemans, as this saga continues to happen this summer. So yeah, we'll see what happens with all these transfers. Of course, there will be updates throughout the next few days and weeks around these players if anything that does happen, but no Leicester, probably nothing will happen. But yeah, if you have enjoyed today's video, boys and girls, let me know by dropping a like. Subscribe as well to the channel if you guys haven't already. Let me know your thoughts on all the players we discussed in today's video in the comment section down below, boys and girls. And yeah, I'm in Sportsa and I'll see you guys very soon in my next video. Peace, guys.